Hi, I'm Ava Rice and I'm a Bonney Lake Panther. My experience at Bonney Lake High School has meant a lot to me because it's where I've made the majority of my friends. It's where I've had like life-changing experiences that have made me grow as a person and like built my confidence. So it's done a lot for me, which means a lot to me.
When I think about Ava, I think about work ethic. She really cares about her academics. She really cares about her sport. She's hyper competitive in games both in and out of the classroom, and she just works really hard all the time.
I believe she deserves recognition for sure because she not only is an excellent student, she is an excellent athlete. She puts her everything into her sports. She's a student athlete. She is a beautiful singer and involved in sharing her voice with the school.
Ava should be recognized because she is a boisterous leader. She's really loud and energetic and can just pump people up when they need it.
The thing I'll remember the most at Bonney Lake High School is probably my friends and just the schedule I have every day, just coming here, getting to see my friends, going to lunch, just like the little things that you always do at high school. I'll just remember that and like all the little experiences and memories within it.
I would give Ava the power value of work ethic, for sure. She is a hard worker. She always gives 110%. She will encourage everybody to work as hard as her by being a role model in that.
One teacher that's had a lasting effect in my high school career is my choir teacher, Miss Fowler. She has seen me through many phases of my life. She's helped me through my struggles. She cares about all her students, including me, and everything she does with like passion and a purpose because she loves music, just probably more than I do, honestly. It's her whole life. And so her having that and us sharing that experience, it's made high school so much more enjoyable, and I just love coming to school for her and for her class. The underclassmen I picked that demonstrate power values is Lilia Mullins. She is like my younger sister. She's a sophomore, and she demonstrates these every day. She's in my choir classes and we walk to class together, so I get to hear about like her struggles or what she's had to work through in so many classes, including choir. And she works so hard for everything. She tries and puts forth her best effort in everything, whether she likes what she's putting effort into or not. She's the sweetest person I know. She's so kind to everybody. She shows respect to everyone. So that's why I chose her for that. She demonstrates all the power values and she's just so sweet and she deserves it. My final thoughts is show up to school every day or most days. Do what you can, like just get out there, meet people, try new things, do things that are outside of your comfort zone because I think you'll never regret doing that, but you might regret not doing it. So just do things that might give you purpose or that will fulfill your heart and just try your best and show up to school.
Hey, I'm Zachary Underwood at Bonney Lake Panther. I'll probably remember the most is like the staff members and like learning how to make drinks and like working the den and kind of like getting the gist of like working with new people. Working with Miss Kiltel, learning how to lift weights and like kind of just to watch out and make sure everything's rolling correctly.
I think Zach deserves to be recognized because he has a passion for being a Panther. He has a passion for the school. He has an underdog heart to where he looks out for everyone around him. Zach has had a lot of challenges through his high school career, like so many students have, but he has persevered so much through them, the ups and downs, and has hung in there and really has showed the spirit of what it means to be a Panther.
I picked one underclassman named Michael, and he just shows all that nice power values, working with other kids and like showing the how to cook and like always helping others. He's a really cool dude.
I believe Zach should be recognized for this reward because he's just an amazing kid. He's always helpful and polite and kind and there for other people, and You don't meet very many people like Zach very often. He's going to go places in his life. One of my great memories of Zach is we had a really busy day one day for us, and we were cleaning up after lunch, and actually I was shorthanded that day, and it was just me, and schedule for the school was a little wonky that day. And so I didn't have the extra help, and Zach had noticed it was just me cleaning up after lunch, and he went up to his classroom, got permission from his teachers, rallied up a couple kids. Next thing I know, I turned around and I had 4 or 5 students helping me, and it's just Zach going above and beyond, like almost daily, really. That was like one of the days that really struck me as how spectacular he is.
Zach's one of my favorite students. He kind of embodies like somebody that is just so helpful and like willing to do whatever's needed, and is excited to learn new things. And so in the student store, we really need that. You're going to be put into all kinds of different positions around the store, and you have to be able to be open-minded to try them. But he also is just willing to help wherever he's needed, and I think that's kind of a genuine quality that I really admire about him. And good attitude, always comes in every day, gives a fist pump and says hi, and just starts the day off right.
My plans after I graduate is getting my CDL, doing truck login, and like getting my ACE, and just like taking life slow. My final thoughts are I struggled and made it through the war.
Hello, my name is Malak AlQasas, and I'm a Bonney Lake Panther. Bonney Lake High School has been a lot of things to me, honestly. It helped me find out who I am. I started knowing how to explain myself, and I know what I like, what I don't like. I know my plans for the future, and Bonney Lake High School has a lot to do with that.
Malak is one of the most unique students. When you talk with her, it's so engaging and she has such important views, but she takes some of the most rigorous classes. She genuinely goes into every classroom and every environment wanting to know and understand and really get all the things she can from it. And she pushes herself and she pushes the people around her to be better.
My counselor has had the most lasting impact on me throughout my high school career because when I came here, it was kind of new because I left my family overseas and came here. It was tough. It was like, I don't know anyone here, what am I gonna do? She told me to let people get to know me, and that's where I was comfortable getting out of my comfort zone.
She really truly wants to learn what she is taking the class for. A lot of kids will just like go through the motions, get it done. What she does though is she wants to ask me questions. She was taking a physical education class and she came back one day and she goes, Ms. Prof, she goes, I'm learning so much in this class. She goes, I even go home and tell my mom all about all the things that I'm learning. And everything she does, she is just fully engaged and there and present and wanting to like soak it all in.
One class that had a major impact on me was computer animation. It challenged my mind in so many ways, and it proved to me that what you believe in, you can make, and as long as you do it, as long as you work for it, you can do it and achieve it.
Like the first week or so that I had Malak in class, I have her for AP Literature, and she was so nervous. She was convinced that this was not going to work out for her because she was like, I don't think that I've read enough literature to be in this class. And I said, oh no, you're going to be fine. And so she was like, all right, well, I'll try. And so she just kept trying, and she has so many amazing observations. We were reading stories, and she had this realization as we're going through the story, and she was like, oh my gosh, I understand this. And she had spoken up and given this answer in class, and just the look on her face was just like, yes, I can do this. And that was just, it's like, see, I told you were gonna be okay.
I know a lot of underclassmen here at Bonney Lake High School, but one that I strongly believe represents the values of power here is Jaylee Reynolds. She is very nice, shows genuine interest when you talk to her. Yeah, she's just proof, in my opinion, that there are awesome people out there. There are so many quotes here around Bonney Lake High School, but one that got my attention right when I entered the school was, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And that was the truest quote I had until now, because I took the decision that practically changed the course of my life, and I don't regret it, and I'm proud of it. So thank you, Bonney Lake High School.
Hi, my name is Jazmyn Shipp, and I'm a Bonney Lake Panther. My experience at Bonney Lake High School has been really great. I feel like it means a lot to me. It's where I've met a lot of people who I feel like have impacted my life for the better and made me a better person. Yeah, so some activities that I've been a part of are mainly basketball. I played basketball here for 4 years at the varsity level, and so that was really fun. Got to develop as a player here and develop with my teammates too, because I've been playing with them for a long time. One teacher that's had a lasting impact on my high school career is Miss Berwick. Miss Berwick, I had her for chemistry, and she taught me a bunch of really good study habits, and she is the type of teacher who will support you to get to where you want. And so I wanted an A all year, and so she was able to not just give me the A or boost my grade up, but she actually made me work for it, but also helped me along the way. So that was really good, because I was able to learn good study habits and to be supported by a teacher like that.
Jazmyn is a really hard worker and a great leader for our school. She exemplifies a lot of different ways that she interacts with people, her intent, her engagement. She just really is just a great leader, and I think she's a great example for future students and current students.
I think one underclassman that demonstrates power values is Addie Jackson, because she joined the basketball team this year, and she just came in and really pushed me as a leader, and she would challenge what I thought in a positive way, and so she was able to help me grow in being a leader and be open to new ideas, and she also helped me a lot as far as coordinating events and stuff. One class that's had a major impact on me is definitely yearbook. I really enjoy yearbook, even though it's an elective. I just have really enjoyed it, and it has made me be more of an outgoing person. I came into high school sort of not quieter, but my shell was harder to crack, and so I feel with yearbook it's allowed me to become more extroverted and talk to people easier.
I believe that Jazmyn Shipp deserves to be recognized because she touches every aspect of the school. She's an incredible competitor. She competes in basketball. She competes in academics. She holds herself to a high standard that I even see through her friendships. So her standards are so high throughout everything, and it's just the way she does things, and it impresses me so much. And I feel like she's definitely earned this honor.
Hello, my name is Cole Daniel Sage, and I'm a Bonney Lake Panther. What I will remember most about Bonney Lake High School is by far the teachers. I have had some of the greatest teachers just ever at Bonney Lake. Specifically, my band director, Mrs. Heinzman has been a role model, an influential person. Like we jokingly call her mom sometimes because she's like that important, and I've had her for up to 7 hours a day.
I think that Cole really deserves recognition because he is all in for music education in a way that I've never seen before. We first met when he was in 8th grade, and I was doing my recruitment tour of the middle schools. And even at that age, he was like, I want to be a band director. Here, look, I know how to conduct and I can play these 3 instruments. And since that time, he's learned basically every other instrument except maybe oboe. I gotta make him play oboe before he graduates. But he knows how to play almost every band instrument. He's composing, he's conducting, and he's chasing after all of these different skills to set him up for success in the collegiate space, but also as a professional in the music education zone. It's been really, really cool to see, and I think that him being recognized for that and his hard work in his other classes, of course.
Every single staff member is a very special person. They all contribute something completely unique, a new way of thinking, a new way of throwing this task or challenge at you in a way that I think is super special. I love every single one of my teachers. They're all so incredible and so passionate. I can tell that they love doing what they do, and I think that's very important, and it speaks well to them, and it comes across fully to me.
I think Cole deserves to be recognized as one of our showcase winners because he is such a multifaceted individual. He excels in music amazingly, both playing the instruments and composing. But one of my favorite things was when he was a sophomore, in my chemistry class, he sat with a table of individuals the whole year. And when one of them in particular was gone, every time he was gone, he would doodle a little sticky note of him and put it in his spot. And we had this nice little collection of these little doodles of Diego. And so I just will always remember that, our little doodle of Diego collection. So it was fun.
I would say William Miller is somebody that I think really shows good power values. Specifically the power value of perseverance, which is very near and dear to me. It's something I think is very important because he's been through hard times, and we've talked about it, but he continues to show up to school every day, and he always has a smile on his face. He owns what he does. He plays his percussion music and he plays it well. He works hard at it. He's always challenging himself to get better at music or to reach out to new people. He's very engaged. He'll come and talk to me about, this music thing. The way that he joined our small jazz ensemble was he was just in the band room and I was like, you want to do it? And he goes, sure. My final thoughts, wisdom that I could pass down to underclassmen and potentially other people who are coming into the school is find the thing that you enjoy. I get that. I know it can be challenging, but it's about finding that person, that subject, that maybe it's an after-school activity, maybe it's football, maybe it's soccer, maybe it's lacrosse, or maybe you really like marine biology. It's really about surrounding yourself with things that you enjoy. Genuinely, I think high school is a way better experience if you find the thing that you enjoy and do the thing to your fullest potential.
Hello, I'm Zoey Glenn. I'm a Bonney Lake Panther. I believe my experience here has been life-changing. I've met people that have really impacted my life in such a positive way. I've made connections that are just so meaningful, and I feel like the connections I'm making here are gonna last throughout a good chunk of my life. I've really enjoyed it here.
Zoey is one of the sweetest students that I've taught. She just has a big heart. She is kind to everybody around her. And in my US history class, always had a drawing to show me, and her drawings were absolutely amazing. And I remember that whole first semester, she was showing me all of these drawings, and by December, we had a door decorating contest at the school, and we had this idea for a winter theme for my door, and I said, hey Zoey, I need some help. Can you help create this vision that we had? And she did, and it was absolutely amazing, and she did a great job.
Some of the experiences and activities I've been involved with is art club. like for like some of the years I've been an ASB representative, and also I've been Speak Up for a little bit of my time, and also I've helped make sets for like some of the drama club musicals, which I've been very honored to help make sets for.
She is probably one of the most genuine, kindest humans I've ever met. She is always positive, always willing to help others, very understanding and patient, just as a human being, as a student, and just really excels to the best of her ability.
I would give Zoey the power value of engagement because she is 100% behind everything that she's learning, and she is like full in, and she also probably wants to encourage everybody to be engaged just like she is.
I think an underclassman that I think demonstrates good Panther values is like, I believe they're a junior this year, is Jacob. I know there's a lot of Jacobs out there. But they've honestly like helped me want to come to school through like my senior year. Senioritis hits really hard, but they make me want to come here. They bring in such like a positive, bright energy each day, and they just make coming to school a lot more fun. Help me break through senioritis.
I'll never forget when Zoey would audition for every solo, and she would just be so upset because she really wanted to sing a solo. This year, we had a song called Dreams of Thee, and she auditioned for the solo, and everyone in the entire room was like in awe and silence because it was perfection and it was beautiful, and I finally got to give Zoey her perfect solo in her senior year, and I'll never forget her singing that on stage and everybody's amazement of her voice and her talent.
Well, my big plan after high school is like, I'm hoping one day I can become like an animator and make cartoons for kids, like little kids. Ever since I knew there was a chance I could make cartoons, I've been doing a lot of research into that, and I really feel like I can make good cartoons for little ones. Some of my final thoughts as I leave is, I'm really sad I have to say goodbye to this school. Some of my most treasured memories will always be here, and I'm really grateful I got to come here.
Hi, my name is Luke Hobson, and I'm a Bonney Lake Panther.
I believe Luke deserves recognition because he, like, no matter what's going on in his life, he'll come in and always be a positive light for everybody, and he just brings everybody joy. So why would you not be able to recognize somebody like that?
So Luke Hobson is absolutely amazing. He is one of the kindest students that I know. He's always talking to people around him, super inclusive of people around him. Luke really cares about this high school. He joined ASB this year and has put his whole heart into everything that he's doing. And it's been really cool to see him his senior year at everything ASB, all the ASB events and everything that he's doing. He has a lot of passion for it.
My experience at Bonney Lake High School has meant so much to me, and I love all the teachers here. I wish I could nominate all of them, but it's very hard for myself to nominate all of them because, yeah, I just want to spread the love. The underclassman I want to acknowledge today is Simon Swy because he's so motivating and he's a really good role model to myself, and he's always nice to everyone around him, and he makes everyone's day. The class that's had a major impact on me is choir because it's where I started writing a bunch of music, and it's been really awesome to just get in the moment and write songs, and it's been so amazing.
Actually, my favorite memory of Luke is when he showed up to an open mic because he loves singing more than anything in the world. and he showed up to an open mic that we were doing in the summer, and we sang the Grease duet in the end together, and he was having so much fun, and I will probably never forget singing with him for that.
My final thoughts as I leave Bonney Lake High School are, you only live once, make every moment count, and try new things, because you never know how many people you're gonna have a long-lasting effect on if you don't. So yeah.
Congratulations, Luke. We'll miss you next year.
Hi, my name is Fenet Guyassa, and I'm a Bonney Lake High School Panther. My experience at Bonney Lake High School has meant a lot to me. I think that I've matured over the years, especially since freshman year when it was COVID. I learned how to balance my social life. I learned how to balance school and things that I'm interested in.
She is always asking questions before class. She's always working to better herself, and she perseveres to come through and overcome challenges.
She's that rare combination of a high IQ and a high EQ at the same time. Her heart, it matches her brain, right?
One teacher who has had a lasting effect on my high school career is Miss Berwick. She is really goofy and has a lot of energy all the time. I think that she's always been super supportive.
I think Fenet deserves to be recognized because not only does she work hard in everything that she does, but she started some pretty cool things at the school. She started the math club, she started the BIPOC club group, and she's really gotten involved in it and taken some leadership roles. She also is very involved in robotics and really challenges herself with AP advanced classes.
So you hear all the stories, you see her at work, you see her doing the scenes, but then you interact and you see someone that is clearly very motivated, clearly very intelligent, clearly a hard worker, just genuinely connect and make eye contact, and she's always first to ask you how you're doing.
I've been in various different clubs and extracurriculars and sports even, but robotics has really impacted my life. When we went to Pacific Northwest District Championships in Spokane, it was the most amazing experience. I collaborated with my team, and it's not just a one-person effort. It's something that everyone comes together to work on improving the robot. Although it takes a lot of time and energy and it's a lot of work to handle, I feel like it has made me a better person. It's made me better in my studies.
She's kind to people as well, so I think that she just has lots of different things that she's contributed to the school.
An underclassman who demonstrates Panther values is Caden. He's in math club with a couple students and I. He's been really dedicated. I've always seen that he attends all of our meetings, super consistent, helps other math students with tutoring. He just sets an example.
She came in and she's like, Mr. Clark, I gotta show you this. She brings in her computer. She's like, I want you to click on this link, and it shows up. Congratulations, you got into Stanford University.
After I graduate, I plan on going to Stanford University to study computer science, and I might minor in economics. I want to study abroad. I want to join a couple clubs, see what college life is like. Hopefully make new friends and meet new people from all across the world. It's gonna be a big change for me, but I hope that the change is good. Even though I'm a little sad, I'm also just happy that I had those memories and that they're with me wherever I go, so I'll carry it in the future, and when I'm an old lady, I'll remember the time I had in high school and I'll think about it and hopefully it'll be bittersweet.
Hi, my name is Aubrey Gaeb, and I am a Bonney Lake Panther.
Aubrey is one of those students that I think she sells herself short, but she's got so much potential. She has so much passion, so much heart, and that's the kind of things that we want to look for in a student.
She treats Bonney Lake as not just a school she goes to, but she treats it like her school.
To find her roots and then become so engaged within the community itself was amazing, and it's been awesome to watch her grow for 3 years.
My experience at Bonney Lake High School has been very fulfilling. I've met a lot of peers and adults that have led me in the right path, especially career-wise, and I'm very appreciative of all the resources that Bonney Lake has to offer. One teacher that has definitely left an impact on me is, I have to say, Mr. Howard. My sophomore year, I had him for English, and I had a really rough time my sophomore year, but he was there and he gave me so much time and grace for what I was going through, and I appreciate him so much for that.
Aubrey is a very, very hard worker. She had to overcome a lot in her life. Her dad is a Raiders fan, so moving past that, huge, huge achievement. She takes definite ownership in the school. She has massive school spirit, positive attitude, makes people around her feel special all the time.
So an experience that I've been involved with BLHS that has definitely impacted me is Panther Crew. So in Panther Crew, you're junior and senior, you get elected by a certain staff member, and you go to freshman advisories for the entire year, on and off, and you work with freshmen and kind of prepare them for the next step, so like sophomore year, and then they'll be ready for the rest of their high school career, but definitely being with the freshmen and helping them because they see me as an example, and definitely being a role model. One class that has left a major impact on me is definitely yearbook. I've taken it twice with PAFRATH, and I love yearbook because you get to take pictures and go to events and like dances and you just take photos, and I think it's really fun.
I think that if you asked her if she deserved the award, she'd probably say no, and that's exactly why she deserves it. She's one of those people that she's just got a lot going for her, and I know she's going to do great things in life, and I think she's a student that many people should emulate.
She's just one of those people that is good to be around.
An underclassman that I see demonstrating our Panther Power values is definitely Sasha Schutte. I love her, she's amazing. She's on the soccer team with me, and what she shows is definitely ownership. She has no shame to owning up to her mistakes or her achievements. She's just so powerful and really knows what to do and what she wants, and she will do like anything she can to get it, and I really admire that about her. I am super thankful for the time I've spent here. I am super thankful for all the staff and friends that I've made along the way, and I thank all the staff that voted me to be here. It's such an honor, and I will miss each and every one of you.
Hi, my name is Trevor Younce, and I'm a Bonney Lake Panther. My experience here at Bonney Lake has been nothing short of amazing. I've met so many great people here at Bonney Lake and made so many great memories that will last a lifetime. The thing I'll remember the most about Bonney Lake High School is definitely the people. You know, I've been so involved throughout my high school career, and I've gotten to meet a lot of different people and make a lot of long-lasting memories. A teacher that's had a long-lasting effect on my high school career is definitely Mr. Olson. Aside from him being my baseball coach for the past 4 years, I've also had him in class. He's just a really great stand-up guy, super relatable, and he's a role model leader here at the school, and it's evident.
Trevor is an amazing and just like so focused and driven kid, like at the top of the list for that in our program's history. He just is a kid that like instantly has the respect of everybody, and it doesn't matter their age, like what type of kid. He gets along at school with like the kids that take school super seriously. He gets along with the kids that are just kind of there but having a good time. He gets along with the athletes. He gets along with the drama kids and the musicians, and like he has the respect of every single kid out there, and that includes his teammates. He's just an amazing all-around kid.
Trevor deserves to be recognized, I think, just because of the amount of things he brings to the school, Bonney Lake. He has got a great personality. He's definitely involved, his involvement, especially with baseball, but then really more importantly with his work with ASB. That's a lot of time. The amount of time that, you know, as a baseball player, as a continuing baseball player at the college level, collegiate level next year, he's spent a lot of time working on baseball throughout the year, which takes up a lot of their normal daily time and after school time. And Trevor's still been able to maintain high academic standards, as well as, I mean, ASB takes time, all the planning and energy and stuff. And so he's had a very, especially this year as a senior, a year that's been it's been extremely full of not just his own aspirations as a baseball player, but also making the school better through his work and his efforts with the ASB program. I think one of the biggest power values that Trevor has displayed is work ethic. I know at times as seniors, academically, sometimes work ethic slips, but he does. The amount of time he spends on ASB, the amount of energy and work that he puts into baseball, the amount of energy and work he puts into school, I think he is a great example of what it is to demonstrate work ethic as a high school student. It's not always going to be perfect all the time, especially people that are so involved with things, but to be able to be so involved with things and still maintain high academic standing, be an excellent representation of our school on the baseball field, and be able to work all of the projects that ASB has, whether it's dances and assemblies and all the events. I think he's a prime example of work ethic.
An underclassman I see demonstrating the power values here at Bonney Lake is definitely Simon Spy. No matter where he's at in the school, no matter who he's talking to, he's always showing respect, showing great integrity, and he's also super involved in the school, and Simon is just a great leader here at Bonney Lake, and we're lucky to have him.
I would say that the power value that Trevor displays is engagement. He builds really strong relationships with other people. He is fully engaged in everything going on campus. Whether it's an ASB event and we're putting something together, or whether or not it's something else that he's focused on, he's always putting forth his best effort.
Hi, my name is Mabel Anderson and I'm a Bonney Lake Panther. My experience at Bonney Lake High School has been kind of wild. It started in COVID, so everything was online, and then we had hybrid, and that was really weird. But as soon as it got back to normal, it was really easy to make friends and to find good clubs and sports. I've had many experiences through the different activities, including swim team, color guard, drama, and track and field. They have impacted me socially and emotionally. I have made a lot more friends than I thought I would through them, and I have grown as a person, not only as a leader, but also as a follower.
Mabel Anderson is an amazing human. She's a great student, but more than that, she's a great human. Kind, reflective. She shows our power values on a daily basis.
I think Mabel deserves recognition because of her kind heart and her engagement and just how kind she is to all the people all around her. And she likes to get involved in a variety of things.
So Mabel is, in my opinion, a shining example of what a Panther typifies. She is friendly, she is helpful, she is joyful, she's creative, she's everything a Panther should be.
An underclassman that I see expressing our Panther values would definitely be Coda Townsend. He is a wonderful individual, and he's very expressive and very inclusive, and just altogether really great to be around. I think I'll remember all the people and the swim team specifically. They're really great and really helped me to discover myself and to know that I'm a great person too. I'm really excited to see the future of BLHS. I think that all the teachers are really great, and I know there will be some changes, but I know that we're a really strong group, and the incoming freshmen have a great, inclusive environment to welcome into.
I think the thing that sticks with me the most was an activity that we did at the beginning of the year, and Mabel wrote this metaphor, and I think it says everything about life, and it says everything about Mabel. She wrote, "Life is a puzzle. Find where you fit. I promise you do." And that last little bit, that helps me on a hard day.
Hi, I'm Gabe Erb, and I am a Bonney Lake Panther. My experience at Bonney Lake High School has meant a lot to me. This is where I've gotten most of my opportunities to learn new skill sets and to learn more about the world around me, and everything I've learned here from all 4 years being here, I will take with me for the rest of my life. The activities I've been involved in at BLHS has been baseball, and that team is like a second family to me. We all treat each other very respectfully. We all pick each other up. We all hype each other up. It's a very close like family that we have, and it's impacted me in so many different ways. It's helped me grow as a person. It's helped me, you know, gain confidence in myself, and I wouldn't be myself without those guys. One teacher that's had an everlasting impact on me in my high school career is Miss Ross. She comes to school every day, even if she's had a bad day, even if she's not in the best mood, and comes to make the best out of it. She gets a deeper connection with all of her students. She makes sure all of her students are having fun. She does things kind of outside the spectrum of the curriculum just to make sure that her students are learning, they're having fun while learning, and you know, we talk about all kind of different non-school related things, and our connection's really close, and I like it a lot.
I've had Gabe now for 2 years, and I would say the one thing that I really appreciated him is his engagement. He engages and is curious. On the computer, he'll play like the little Wordle games, he'll play the geography games, and it's not like, okay, you're done with work and he has nothing to do. He's constantly learning. He's constantly looking at things. He works with his friend that he sits next to, and every time I look over there, like, he's curious about things, and so extremely engaged.
Gabe deserves to be recognized because he loves learning. He's inquisitive, he asks questions, and there's so many times in class where he's read something, learned something, gone out of his way to pick up a skill or a piece of knowledge for no reason other than he wanted to know the answer.
Gabe, no matter what, shows up and works. I mean, I could probably say something wonderful about each of the power values, but if I could like hammer it down to one, no matter what, there's no excuse. And if he has something going on, he modifies. He is just ready and willing to put in the work and like have fun and be super lighthearted with it, which just makes it so enjoyable to have him around. So.
An underclassman I have chosen that represents our Panther values is Simon Capron. I just met him this year, but I already know that he will do great things in life. He is the nicest, the sweetest, and the most hard-working kid I think I have met in my 4 years of being at BLHS. And if he keeps those work values up, he's going to go very far in whatever career he pursues. My final thoughts as I leave BLHS, have fun. Have fun while you're at school. You'll never find an experience like this again, and it's chaos, but remember to be kind, most of all.
Hi, my name is Addie Fowler, and I'm Bonney Lake Panther. My experience at Bonney Lake High School has been a very positive one. I started freshman year, obviously, with COVID, and I think that just being here and being in this atmosphere has made me come out of my shell and become more like myself, and I owe that to the people here, so yeah.
Addie is a kid who easily can be any one of the power values. The one I always notice and think of when I think of her is ownership. She is a person who's being a part of the groups, has cheered, core leadership, and now with the Daffodil Princess, she is always in the spotlight.
Addie makes the school a better place. She is involved in 12,000 things. She is committed to all of them. She's super inclusive and welcoming, and we're just better because she's here.
I think my most impactful class has been calculus with Mr. Paulson. I had it for 2 years because I took AB and then BC this year, and he's just an amazing teacher, and that class has tested my limits more than once, but it's also made me realize like how, I guess it's gonna sound kind of self-absorbed, but smart I am. I like solving the problems that I get given, and it makes me feel good.
Addie is probably one of the students that deserves recognition because of how she is bought into Bonney Lake High School. She does so much work here. She is on the cheerleading team. She's our Daffodil Princess this year. She is always a hard worker. She's a great student. She always does everything she's supposed to. And she's really part of Bonney Lake High School.
She takes the initiative to have the pride of where she's from, what she's doing, making sure that everybody knows what we stand for here at Bonney Lake, and she shows it in all aspects of what she does.
Addie is kind of the quintessential cheerleader. She's at the front in all the games and all the assemblies. She's that way in class. She's supportive of her classmates and teammates, and so I really appreciate when things are a little chaotic in class. I can look at Addie and she gives me the same face that is what's happening in my head, and that's always really funny.
One of the fun times this year is we were doing a football game, and all the staff was at one of the end zones, and I remember walking by, the stands full of, kids, and then there's Addie, doing her cheerleading, and she comes running up to me and talking, and it was fun. She was having a good time, and I just always remember her being fun and smiling.
The underclassman that I see representing the Panther values is Callie Howder. I cheered with her the past 2 years. She's a sophomore here, and she has always been like a ray of sunshine, and she's always super positive, and she loves to bring everybody up and just be there for literally everyone on the team, and I think that just shows what we want to be as Panthers. It goes by fast, and I know they always say that, but it really, really does. 4 years flies by like nothing, and you really just want to soak it all in, do all the fun events. Even if you don't think you want to go, just go. Get yourself out of your shell and be yourself.